Hey all, welcome back to the new video. I think in the last video we had completed few concept of if, else if, you know. Then today we'll start with, I think, this concept, shorthand if. Okay. Okay. See here. See shorthand if else. Okay. Shorthand if else means ternary operator. Okay. So that means, same like however we are just giving some conditions for if and else. In the same way we'll do, but in a shortcut way. Okay, and that is called as ternary operator. So basically ternary operator is called as shorthand operator or conditional operator. Okay, so there is also a shorthand if else known as ternary operator because it uses three operands. Okay, so why it is called as ternary operator? Because it uses three operands. You know what is the difference between operands and operator? Operator means what? Symbol like a plus, minus, like addition, subtraction. For we are using no plus and minus. These are all called operators. Operands means variable, like on the on on the basis of some operator we are doing some operations on some operands. That means on some variables we are doing some operation, isn't it? So whatever the operation we are doing, we are using some symbols or symbols, no? So those symbols are called as operators, and on which we are doing such kind of operation, that is called as operands. Operands means variables, okay, and operator means symbols. Got it? So as we are doing on the three operands, so we'll call it this as a ternary operator. The ternary operator returns a value based on a condition, like if the condition is true then it returns the first value, otherwise it will return to the second value. Got it? If the first part would be true, then it would be returned to the first value, or else it will return to the second value. Let me discuss this so you will get some clarification here. Okay, so see here, um the whole expression we are storing into a variable. Okay, so here some condition would be there, and here this is one question mark it's looking like, isn't it? So we are just checking, like, is it true or not? If it's true, then this person would be executed, or else if it would be false, then the second part would be executed. Okay, see here. So here we are just comparing the time with 18, isn't it? The first time we are initializing with 20, and we are just comparing with, you know, if the time is less than 18, then it would be a good day. If it's not, it would print good evening. Okay. So see here, how many lines are there here in the previous? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even more than 6, isn't it? So, but simply how we can write here, see here, int time equal to 20, that means for first time initializing with 20, and we are just comparing here. If time is less than 18, we are just writing within a braces, parenthesis, round braces. However, we write the conditions in same way. Okay, here we are writing the condition, and we are just checking by using this question mark, and we are just printing, print a good day, or else print a good evening. If this 20 obviously is greater than 18, so here we are just comparing with less than. That means the first condition would be false, so it would print to the second condition. Got it? First time we are checking, if it's true, this would be true, colon, this would be true. Okay, so it's completely up to you if you want to use the traditional if else statements, it's fine. If you want to go for ternary operator, it's also fine. Okay, let me go to the next part, and this is called a sort and if. Got it? Nested if. Nested means, what, like inside one if another if condition would be there. Inside that if, another if condition would be there. Okay, so inside one condition, one more condition is there. So that is called as basically nested if. One inside one, kind of. Okay. Okay, so you can also place an if statement inside another if statement. This is called as nested if statement. Okay, that I just discussed with you, isn't it? One inside one. A nested if lets you check for a condition only if another condition is already true. Okay, so if the first condition would be true, then only you are eligible to perform the second condition. Okay, if the first condition itself would be false, then you are not eligible to enter into the second condition. Got it? Like here, see here, if some condition would be there. Okay, and inside that if, we are just adding one more if. Okay, so let me check here. So here in the first time, we are just initializing x equal to 15 and y equal to 25, isn't it? If x is greater than 10, and you are just printing like x is greater than 10, and if it's true, then only you are eligible to check this condition, like if y is 20 or not, or else it's greater than 20 or not, kind of. Okay. Okay, let me go to the next, that is logical operator. Logical operator, I think you might have some idea, like and, or, not, kind of. And means, what, whenever all the condition would be true at that time, this would return true. Okay, and condition would return true. Or means at least one has to be true. If one would be true, then the condition would be true. Okay, not means reverse. If the true, if the whole condition would return true, then this not would return false. If the whole condition would return false, then it would return true. Okay, like, and see here, a equal to 200, b equal to 33, and c equal to 500, and we are just doing this logical and operator. So first it would check if a greater than b or not. Okay, if this would be true, then it would go to the second part, c greater than equal to a. When this both would be true, then this whole expression would return as true. Okay, or means what, if the first condition would be true, okay, then it will not move to the second condition. Okay, this whole expression would definitely return true for or condition. And for not, if the condition is true, then it would make into false. If the condition is false, then it would make into true. This is useful when you want to check that something is not the case. Okay, not condition, kind of. Not greater than, not less than, kind of. Okay, real life example. In real programs, logical operators are often used for access control. Okay, for example, to get access to a system, there are specific requirements. Okay, like for login. Okay, uh, you might have logged in into different kind of websites or different kind of apps, isn't it? So at that time, two box would be there. We are calling it as input field. In technical term, I'm telling you, like two input field would be there, for one for email and another for number. Okay, so sometimes if the email or this phone number, okay, whenever this both would be, you will enter in a proper way and it's correct, then only you are eligible to access the whole page, kind of login, isn't it? If one would be false, then it would show some text or some kind of statement like please enter valid number, and sometimes the email id is not found, this kind of. Okay, so at that time you will use this kind of operator, logical operators. Okay, like see here, is logged in. Okay, is admin, kind of. at the time you have to compare, and on the basis of those comparisons or those kind of value, you will give some kind of access to the user. Okay, if it's a value user or not, at the time you will use this kind of logical operator. Okay, so that's all for today's video.